Hey guys, it is Henderson-Frazier. I am a comic and internet. What? Hello? Hey guys, I am Henderson-Frazier and I am a Words. 1 second. Hey guys, I'm Henderson-Frazier and I am a comic artist on the internet. I finally got it. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Anyways, so today we're doing a little bit of a mini vlog like I always do. I don't do full vlogs because my life isn't that interesting, and also I work most of the time on my 9 to 5 or on schoolwork, so we just do the little fun bits, you know. But today we are going to be kind of going over how I go into new ideas with scripting, outlining, the idea dump, stuff I went over in a different video. I forgot what the video title was, and I already scheduled it, so by the time you see this, it should already be up for your viewing pleasure. I don't know why I turned southern there. My southern ancestors came out. Yeah, how to make a comic for beginners. Yeah, I did that, so that I kind of gave examples and also like wrote down some like bullshit ideas, but I thought it might be helpful to talk about how I actually do it, because I just had an idea for another comic I may or may not do. I think I will eventually, especially since Werewolf in the Shadows only has 6 more pages for chapter 3 and then only 2 more chapters and then it's done. And it has 2 more comics that are like going to show up eventually, but I would probably need to take a break from Lucas's face because, oh my god, sometimes I just can't. Anyways, so the idea I had is a enemies to lovers, because everyone loves that enemies to lover bullshit. But specifically, I hate when it's like, oh yeah, enemies to lovers, and then they're like rivals, or like one of them didn't actually hate the other one's. Like, excuse me, no, I want the full angst. If I'm going in for enemies and lovers, it better be they're at each other's throats. So I had that idea, and specifically, I had an idea for a line, and I'm like, where the fuck do I put this line? And the line is, I wrote it down in my notes, so like, that's why I'm running. So the line is, you are my prison, I do not owe my shackles anything. And I was like, oh, I love it. So I was like, what the fuck can I do with that? What? So we're going to be going over my thought process. I'm going to be writing down my ideas into the idea dump from my phone into this, because, you know. But yeah, this idea has been in my head for 2 days only, so it's not fully formed out. I don't have any characters. I vaguely know the setting now, which is kind of intimidating because I don't like drawing backgrounds, and this is a complex background, so yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna write down into the idea dump, and if you saw my last video, you know the idea dump is where you dump all your ideas, even if they're good or even if they're bad. You put them in there and then you can cross and circle things. Okay, so the main thing, enemies to lovers. Enemies to lovers. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna even star that because I know I want that one. Okay, so the idea that I got from that was, okay, I'm reading from my shit. Villain gets stuck under house arrest with the main hero's sidekick for reasons and plot relevance, okay? And I think That could be very fucking cool. So, I'm gonna write that down too, okay? So, villain under house arrest with heroes sidekick. Okay. We just got our 2 little things, and that's how you get the ball rolling. Okay. And then I had an idea for a title off of that. So the title would probably be Under House and Home. I don't know if that will actually be the title, but it's an idea, and it could turn into something else. So I will write that down. Under House and Home. I love it. It's nice, okay? So, this next one is an idea, and it's just a little dynamic thing. Villain is constantly trying to get MC to react and fight with him. Okay? Are we gonna use that? Maybe. Maybe the villain's completely chill and just doesn't actually give a fuck. And he's just like, I hate you, but silently because I'm tired. That could be what we do too. We don't know yet. So we're just gonna write down anything, okay? So, I'm gonna write villain tries to rile up MC. Also, I don't know if the main character is going to be female, non-binary, male, gender fluid. We don't know. I don't even know if the villain's going to be male, female, non-binary, gender fluid. Who knows? I was thinking male for the villain specifically because I know that people will flock to it a little more. I know the target demographic with all you enemy to lovers girlies. I know you, I see you. So yeah, potential male villain. So we're gonna write male villain with a question mark. And for the MC, I'm gonna write see, I have a hard time with, like, female MCs specifically getting to, like, their head, the non-binary, like, brain. I was always like, why can't I finish projects when the main character is a girl? That doesn't make sense. And then my brain was like, oh, your gender's not what you thought it was. So, here we are. So, I'm thinking potentially non-binary, or at the very least, non-specified gender. So, I'm just gonna put non-specified, if I can spell specified, gender. So then anyone could be like, oh, I think that's a girl, I think that's a boy, I think they're this, I think their pronouns are this. Whatever. Potentially. I could change that, I could retcon that, who knows? Because again, this is the idea dump. I could just cross that out and be like, nope, girl, nope, boy, nope, non-binary. I can do whatever, you know? So, okay. So this one right here is more of a plot, you know, besides the whole enemies to lovers bullshit, you know? So this is villain's cause is to decriminalize bionic enhancements / body modifications, okay? Did I kind of think about this from Cyberpunk and like all the sci-fi stuff? A little bit. But then at the same time, I was like, imagine the angst potential with a villain who's just trying to decriminalize body modifications, and everyone's like, oh, well, you just want to hide, like, body mods that are, like, weapons and stuff. And he's like, no, because my sister is disabled, and they need those fucking things to move. So, yeah. So I thought that could be a really interesting thing to play with, especially since I myself am disabled and I love I love putting my hands into those plots so other people can be like, oh yeah, that does sound unfair. Like, give us some marriage equality, please. That'd be nice. Here we are. I'm like, I'm queer, I can marry whoever I want, but if I ever need to be on disability, no, I can't. Oh, that got serious. But yeah, we're gonna write villain's cause is to decriminalize bionic enhancements. Villain cause is to decriminalize bionic enhancements. I also think having that and like body mods that are bionic could be really cool, because then you can say that someone's been modded. And I think, like, I'm a gamer, so like my brain is like, that's funny. Probably only funny to me. Okay, that potentially is a spoiler, so I won't say it here, but I'm gonna write it down here, so. Okay. So then I'm gonna write down the quote idea I had, so. You are my prison. I do not owe my shackles anything. I also had an idea for another line that I just remembered because it's down there. So, which is, if I wanted to hurt you, I would have done so. Hurting or killing the country's favorite hero's sidekick would only turn you into a martyr and work against my cause. Which I think that line's pretty cool too. Not as good as the first one. The first one's like, so this one's just like, you know, it can be tweaked and worked on. So we're gonna write down that, and then we can go onto some outlining. See you then. Before we get into the outline, I also just wrote down 2 more ideas, which is disabled villain, who also uses his body mods as mobility aids, which could be cool, and then 2, a collar that gets put on the villain to disable his body mods. So the hero / MC literally has to be like, this seems very unethical, I don't like this, and then be like, I didn't think about this, but you know. Oh, hello, CV. Hi, kitty. Come here. Oh. The baby. The big baby. She's just so little. Little, I say, she's a full-grown fucking cat. Oh, my baby. Ow, she just stabbed me with her little toes. That's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Anyways, let's get into the other butts. Okay, so I wrote down my little, excuse me, kitty, my little outline a little bit, so now I can fill stuff in. So the beginning, the new norm, so the beginning, the normal, the everyday Joe, you know, like, what is the normal for this character? So the normal for this character would probably be taking down villain. So take down villain with hero, or maybe wrapping up. Ooh, I could definitely have it wrap up. So let's see. Wrapping up fight. plus after that they would get assigned to said villain. Okay, so after that they'd be assigned to house arrest with villain. Okay, so that's all you really need to know about like the beginning. Okay, so when we get to like the meat of the actual like first few chapters, this would be MC and villain's relationship established. Okay, plus villain relationship established. Okay, so 2 little notes, and then where the beginning, or the mid of the beginning, and then before we get to the end of the beginning, we want something to shake it up. So, let's say, what could it be? I don't want it to be something too big in the beginning because we want them to still hate each other and to distrust each other and not to like each other. But we want there to be something where they're like, yeah, that's fucked up. Ooh. I could have it so the MC was hurt from the last fight and the villain finally realized it and they're like, they literally assigned you to do this shit while you're still injured. That could be cool. He'd be like, that don't sit well with me. I unionized my evildoers. So yeah. MC's injury reveal. I hate when it's like, oh yeah, MC's revealed, and then reveals an injury, and then everyone, even like the enemy's like, oh my god, who did this to you? When like they've had really no, they've had no time to actually develop. No, I want him to be like, that sucks. That's fucked up. They did that, but like it's you, so it's not too bad. I don't really care. I want a little bit of that, but also him being like, god damn. Brother. Okay. So, the beginning of the middle. Okay. This is gonna be. Excuse me, Siri. Can you get off my computer? Don't turn it off, please. I need to get one of those caps that like keep the cats from turning off the computer because she likes to do it just to torment me, I swear. Anyways. Okay. So the beginning of the middle, because I separate the middle into 2 to 3 parts. What the fuck? I love you, everyone. What the fuck? I don't know where my other cat panther is. I thought she was in here too. Apparently not. Yeah. So I separate the middle into 2 to 3 sections, depending on how big the story is or how complex the story is. With this one, I'm doing 3 just to give it something to hook readers in more. So, the beginning of the middle, what do we want to make people be like, I want some foreshadowing. So we're gonna be like, villain casually reveals something a little too deep and then freaking just goes, nope, and shuts the fuck up. That's an idea. So, I'm just gonna write, villain reveals something. Maybe he reveals his cause. And the main character's like, that's what we're fighting against? What the fuck? That could be it. So, villain reveals cause. MC questions things. Okay. So, the midpoint. The midpoint. Okay? We want something. We want an argument to happen, especially after the villain reveals their cause. We want the good old miscommunication trope, but not annoying, because I hate when it's like, if you just had an adult conversation, it could just be fixed in 5 seconds. No. I want it to be a fight against morals, okay? So we're gonna do fight against morals. Because miscommunication, for one, can be a very handy tool if you know how to use it, okay? I used to be really bad at it, and I'd be like, oh yeah, my character just didn't ask this, and then freaking my other character just didn't tell them this. And I'm like, there has to be a reason why someone didn't ask and a reason why someone didn't tell. And I hate when it's just because they're stupid. Sometimes it works for the characters. Other times, it just frustrates me to no end, and I'm like, I will kill both the characters and then find the author. Sometimes the author's me, though, so I'm just yeah. I'm not monetized, so I can make those jokes. Anyways. So yeah, fight against morals, okay? And then, we want a big twist and reveal to happen at the end of the middle. So I think they're gonna be fighting for a lot of the midpoint of it, and it's going to be back and forth. So back and forth fights. Back and forth fights. And then, since we started with a villain reveal, we're going to have an MC reveal. MC reveal. Something. Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah. MC reveals something, okay? Okay, so we just did the ending of the middle point, you know? So how do we want to start the end, okay? This right here, because we want enemy celebras and a bit of a slow burn, what we start with is the reconciliation. So they're like, I was kind of a dick. I didn't have to be that mean. I didn't have to, like, want to murder you on a daily basis. So they reconcile a little bit. They're still not friends yet. They're not even friends yet, okay? So we do reconcile. Okay, and also, all throughout this, we want that flirty little tension in it as well, okay? Reconcile. Still not friends. Kind of want hurt comfort, so I'm just gonna say plus hurt comfort. Don't know what exactly it's gonna be, but yeah, we're gonna put hurt comfort. Okay, so that's the beginning of the end. Okay, so we're gonna want something else to really prompt it. Okay, find common ground. Common ground. So this right here is when they stop wanting to, like, actively hurt each other. Before, they just stopped wanting to kill each other. Now they're starting to not want to hurt each other on a daily basis. Maybe punch each other, maybe slap each other a little bit, but they're not going full out, like, wanting them dead and, like, wanting serious bodily harm to occur to them. So, they find common ground. Then, we want some good old angst. So, what angst do you think can we have for it? Since I'm thinking sci-fi, you can have them disconnect. Ooh. They could be in a space station. I'm gonna write that in the idea dump real quick. Space station or space spaceship/station. Okay. Now, disconnected. Okay. Disconnected from So they're disconnected from the outside even further. So this would lead them to really seeking each other out for company, because I imagine potentially, okay. So I'm gonna put AI company and hero chickens. Maybe not the hero, maybe agent chickens. So agents of government. Like that. Okay. See, and this is also how you can go back and forth with it too. You don't have to just figure it all out and then go to each step. You can go back and forth and redo things a few times before you're settled on everything. And again, you don't have to use everything in the idea dump. You don't have to use any of it. You can make a whole new idea dump. It's fine. Okay? As long as you get a basic outline and then can start scripting and shit. Jesus. Okay, so disconnected from outside further. I'm gonna make the Dark Night of the Soul. That's a story beat. I think usually it's a little bit higher in things, but I think a Dark Night and the Soul and kind of bonding with each other due to that could be cool. So Dark Night of the Soul plus bonding. And then after that, we're gonna have some tension. Flirty tension. Okay. We want something else to really make people believe the progression of their relationship. So, I'm thinking here, That's not how you spell tension. Whatever. I'm dyslexic. I don't know what I write. Flirty tension. Ooh, flirty tension plus realization. So they're both having realizations away from each other, and they're like, I kind of like them. And each one of them is like, but do I like them, or do I just tolerate their being? And then they think about it and they're like, fuck, I like them. Ew, that's gross, brother. Ooh. I'm gonna do awkward, kind of, not too awkward, but awkward little tiptoeing around each other. Because I can't stand when you're literally cringing and wanting to run out of the room because of how awkward something is. So I'm going to do slightly awkward tiptoeing around. That is not how you spell awkward, whatever. Tiptoeing around. Okay. So awkward tiptoeing around. And then let's do funny tension breaker plus funny tension breaker. Okay, so now we're very close to the end. What is going to really solidify it? Okay, we're going to have cute, wholesome moment. Cute, wholesome moment. And then we're going to have the angst of realizing they're getting closer to his prison drop-off, okay? So, ruined by approaching prison. And then well, I don't want to like spoil the end if I do this, so I'm probably gonna think of it off camera, and then we'll get into some of the other steps that I go through. Okay, I finished that. So now we're going on to the characters and the cast, okay? So main character, that's the MC. What do we want for them? Okay, I'm thinking kind of like very serious, so a little serious. Us, because I love the trope where it's like grumpy and sunshine. I love that, but grumpy x grumpy hits different, and I need more love on that. So yeah, grumpy x grumpy, that is something that people need to talk about. So serious, yeah, let's do grumpy. Especially when it's grumpy x grumpy and then they find their softer side as well. Chef's kisses. Come. Grumpy. That's not how you spell serious. I can't spell today. Oh my god. I don't even know how. Okay. I'm gonna say dry humor. Ooh, selfless to a fault. Okay, so selfless to a fault. That's basic idea for the main character's personality. So, I'm also going to do a vague idea for how they look. I kind of have the villain in my head, like short hair, it's a little bit messy, but like more put together than like anything. And I'm thinking also short hair, but like very messy. So messy short hair for the MC. I think I am going to do an androgynous kind of look. So androgynous. I have no idea. That's not how you spell it. Whatever. Androgynous. I'm gonna say, even though they're serious, I think their hair gets messed up all the time, so I think that works. But their clothes, I'm gonna say like a rigid kind of clothes. Rigid and kind of boxy. Yeah. Lots of layers. Okay, so now the male love interest, because I think I am gonna do. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna say sarcastic is his main trait. So sarcastic, grumpy. What is the word I'm looking for? Because I don't think he's selfless, but I do think he sticks to his morals. What is that word? Idealist. Is that it? No? What is it? Resolve. Okay. I think. Resolute? What are these words? Resolute, maybe. I think it's resolute. I'm gonna write that. I'll hopefully know what I mean. Yeah, resolute. I almost misspelled it, even though it's right in front of me. I love that for me. Okay, so resolute. Stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person, so like, I love that. Yeah. So yeah, I think those are the main traits. Okay. So short hair. I'm gonna say. Honestly, I think it'd be kind of funny if like the villain was more like loose fitting clothes. So I think I'm gonna do that and then come back with some of the other characters. Okay, so I got it. The male love interest, the villain, okay, he's sarcastic, grumpy, resolute, and stubborn, okay? So he has short hair, loose clothing, okay? Then we got the hero, who is kind of, in the background, not there, but like, okay? And he is a show-off. He's a bit entitled, a bit proud, but he is also an idealist, so he truly believes in what he's doing, okay? And he's buff. He's got the Dorito bod, the typical kind of superhero stuff, and he's very much a prep, okay? And then we got the AI system, okay? Because I think I do want an AI system that's like talking to them, okay? And I love AI systems that are like, do you need some help? And they're like very sarcastic, but I don't think I've seen an AI system that's like shy and meek, so that's kind of what I want to do. So shy, ironically funny, so they don't try to be, but that's what makes them funny, okay? And they show up at the wrong time, okay? I don't think they're walking around. I think they're literally like in the like ship or something, talking over the loudspeaker, okay? And their look would just be text boxes that look like more robotic, and also like the speaker system, and then the random agent who like shows up randomly to check in, okay? So female, serious, and doesn't talk, okay? That's what I'm thinking for this character. So very small cast, and I think that might make this a much shorter comic, which means I can do it a lot quicker than my other one, which is Werewolf in the Shadows. So, that one's going to take a bit because it also has some spin-off series and it has a very large cast, and there are some characters you guys haven't even met if you have read it. And they show up in other comics, and also there's some foreshadowing that I've been working on, and I'm like, I love that series that I'm making. Like, I think about it too much. Okay. So we got the cast and characters besides their names. I'll like write a little names category, and then I'll figure out their names later on if I do this, okay? So we want the setting, okay? So we already said space station, sort of spaceship. So space station / ship, okay? I'm gonna say let's see, I'm gonna say the time is 2000, or let's do 2210 year. 2210, because that sounds fun. Okay, so 2210. Let's see. I'm gonna say lights are greens, purples, teals. Colors. Green, purple, and teal. Okay, so now let's see. We're gonna say kind of cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. I'm gonna say kind of also. Okay, I'm gonna do some comps. So I'm also doing comps on this, so I know what the setting should look like. So I'm gonna say Arcane is a comp. Arcane. Cyberpunk 77. 77. Mass Effect. Ooh, and Fallout. I've been playing Fallout 4, and like, why didn't anyone tell me about like how good that fucking game is? Like, so yeah, maybe a little like post-apocalyptic could be cool. Ooh, there could have been a war with people with bionics, which could be why there's such a discrimination against them now. Ooh. Okay. Post-apocalyptic. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Now we got the setting and also the aesthetic, so I can just take the little page that was gonna be aesthetic and just rip it out and put it to the side because yeah. Okay. So we got the setting. And we got everything. So that means the fun part, concept art. Woohoo! Okay, so this is very rough, like warm-up sketch for concept art of like the space station that they're like coming off of, I think. So I'm thinking like kind of Stargate Atlantis kind of thing, and also like I don't know, kind of like Mass Effect's like mass relays. I want something with a distinct shape. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's see. All I know is I do want a dome. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the dome. Or actually, having like plants could be cool. So I'm gonna do dome at the top. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Do this. This. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is concept art. It might not even look anything like this at the end, or like, the final project. We're just getting ideas. It doesn't have to be perfect. Literally just like very messily, like my pen smears and shit. Like, it does not matter right now. Okay, maybe do something. Just gonna keep going with this real quick. I don't like this already, but yeah, I can already tell I don't like this, but it's fine. Yeah, we're going to something else. Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna trace this time. Put a nice circle. Okay. Got a nice circle. I'm gonna take my little Dragon Age fucking coaster and let's see. This is something. Don't know if it's right, but it's something. do that. I don't know what is happening. This doesn't look very space station yet, but we are working on it. Okay, so so now it looks like a lollipop, but it's fine. I'm gonna say there's like plants in this right here. Okay, let's do again. This is concept art at the very basic, like rough draft, so none of this has to be good. I'm not gonna do like full-blown concept art for this right now because I don't know if I'm actually going to work on this or not. Okay, this, let's do, this can be like a docking station right here. Sure. Some rounded shapes. That makes sense. Some more metallic, angular shapes. That's what I'm supposed to be saying. Not metallic shapes. What the fuck's a metallic shape? It's stupidity. That's what that is. Got that. This. Okay, let me say this is connected here through a pipe. We're gonna have some broken off pipes because I want this to kind of look like it's broken off of something, you know? Because we did say like post-apocalyptic kind of feel, so I want that but in space. So I want this to look like it's definitely came off of something. Let's see. We can have a little bit of a hatch right here leading to another section. Like so. As you can tell, I'm not great at environment concept art. Like, it takes me a lot of time to go through and try and figure things out. Usually I just do that on digital, but I haven't done traditional in a while, and I think it's important to go back so you know the fundamentals and stuff. Look at these. And again, this looks like shit, but it's fine. We're gonna have a little tiny space car like in the original, coming in right here. We're gonna have one part right here. Have another part right here. It'd be really interesting to have these like this. Something else. I think it's built onto it. Okay, so this is like very vaguely, okay? So that's vaguely setting. Okay. So honestly, this video is kind of long, so I might make a different video on face concept art. We'll see. So yeah, bye guys. See you guys in another video.